received a new Livescanner, and I wanted to unbox it. I haven't. I just now cut the tape off of it. I haven't even opened it up. But I went to Livescanner and talked to them about getting another Livescanner for the port side of my Garmin Force, so I could move one of my transducers. Right now I'm running on the TrueScan. I'm running the 32 and the 34 on one Livescanner. Problem with that is the two transducers are interfering with each other. They're too close together. So what I wanted to do is kind of get the distance apart from them. So Livescanner said, well, why don't you just run a a Pro model and put it on the port side of the Garmin Force. And I said, you know what, that's a good idea. Yeah, it's going to add some weight to it. I know that, but you know, if you're these things aren't that heavy, so it's not going to be that big of a deal. But the Livescanner TrueScan is basically a hands-free, fully auto left and right, forward-facing transducer mount. The Livescanner has a direction arrow that lights up. The actual Livescanner name in the head of the unit lights up for night fishermen. It comes standard with the swing mount that's included in the $12.75 price range. It comes with a lot of features. It comes with the the variable speed. It comes with a lighted display for the variable speed, so you can kind of know what speed it, what setting it's on for that. There's no electric box. You just, there's no big bulky box. Even on the Pro model, everything is in the head of the unit. So everything is computer. I think it takes a computer program that they use to actually set this thing up. It's actually a board in it, not any kind of like mechanical switches. But the Pro is less money. It's $675. It's comparable to a lot of the others that's on the market around in that price range, but it does a lot more. Most of them don't even have a remote. You either have to use a remote, you have to have a foot pedal or a remote. With the Pro model or with any of the Livescanners, you can add the remote for $50. So if you that's the only option that you have to add on that $1,275 price that I know of, and I'm just basically getting that off of their website. Now there could be some changes that I don't know about, so I'm not claiming that those are the exact prices, but that's what I got off the website. Is basically a TrueScan. It's like $12.75. It comes with the swing mount, and it comes with all the options. It comes with that you can get. It's basically the high-end best mount you can get in the industry. The only other thing that you can add to that $12.75, like I said, is a remote option, and that's $50. The Pro model, it's $675. It comes with a fixed mount. If you want the swing mount, it's an additional $55. If you want the remote option, it comes. You can order that for $50. Same thing. The head on the Pro model is a little smaller than the head on the TrueScan, and you can go back and look in the links of my videos. It's got all the Livescanner information on there, and you can go look at any of the videos and you can see the TrueScan in action. But the Pro model, the only thing is it's not adjustable speed. It comes as a fixed speed, but it does have the same foot pedal where it's super sensitive for fine tuning, so I don't see this being a problem whatsoever. Actually, I think this thing's going to work well. So what we're going to do is, they sent me this. We're going to mount it on the Force, on the port side. I'm going to move one of the Livescope transducers on the Pro model, and I'll have one on the TrueScan. But as far as that goes, the only difference is it doesn't have the backlight for the direction arrow. The Livescanner doesn't light up, but it still has the breakaway shaft. So if you're looking for the breakaway shaft, it's got it the same as a TrueScan. So let's open it up and see how it comes packaged, and then we're going to install it. And we'll make another video of when we get the transducers on it and put on it, and we'll make another video and show you how that works in action. This thing's kind of I believe they made it longer. They made a longer box or shaft, so you can, if you want to bring it above your trolling motor where you can see the direction. Here's the mount that will go. You can either mount that on the starboard side, or you can mount it on the port side. We're going to get all the components out. We'll get this out. We'll move this box out of the way. Man, this is a nice looking unit. Super nice. But this is how they all come packaged. Okay. That's a fixed mount. I don't think I'm going to need the swing mount, but if I do, I'll call. They do make a swing mount for the Garmin Force. It's not on their website, but I know they made me one, so I'm sure it's available. I think the fixed mount's going to work fine because it's going to give me the separation between the two, and if I have to trailer it, it might affect my cover, but this thing could easily be taken off. So it's not going to be that big of a deal. Actually, I can take it off pretty easy. Comes with, like I said, the fixed mount. Oh, they send you like a drink koozie. It's got the Livescanner on it. That's nice. This is the remote control module and the key fobs. As you can see, I use that all the time on my videos. I use both. My opinion, and they give you a nice lanyard that's got Livescanner on it. My opinion, I think you need the remote. I like the remote. You don't need it, but I think it's good to have. I use both. Here's the foot pedal. And I got all this banded together. I'll show you how this is. It already comes fixed. It's already wired into the head of the unit. Okay, so you're going to have this one goes to the foot pedal. All right, and then you're going to have a fuse. I believe that's a 7 amp. We'll verify that when we're installing it. I'm pretty sure it's 7 amp. All you got to do is put 12 volts. 12 volts to positive and negative. And this connecting right here is for the remote. And that's it. I mean, that you mount this with hardware that they're going to send you. They're going to send you some collars, the locking collars for the adjustment and to lock it in place up and down. They're going to send you these 3 mounting bolts that will thread into whatever unit you get, whether it's a Garmin Force or the Ghost by Lowrance or the YOLOtek. It works on all 3 units. So hopefully we can get this thing installed here in a little bit and see how it does. All right. You just take the mounting bracket. It's a fixed bracket. We're going to mount it on the port side. Comes with the mounting hardware. Comes with 3 bolts that fit the Garmin. Hole pattern. Tighten them down. They go in real easy. I always use a little tiny 1/4 inch drive ratchet myself, just so I know I can't break them bolts off with a 1/4 inch drive. All right, brackets on. Now, mount the Livescanner. You just take the Livescanner and stick it in. You know, pin that on. I don't really know where I want it at yet. I'm probably going to put it right here. So we'll start with that. And then you're going to get you're going to put this on with the flared in. Just like that. Then we're going to slide the piece on. Go back a little bit, will you? And screw that on. All right, they don't have to be real tight. So with me putting it on the port side, I'm going to want the trolling motor to be able to turn and the head not hit it. I can run it up high like this if I want to, or I could unloosen it here and slide it down underneath and get it about right there even with the other one. Tighten these down, and like I said, it's got to be snug. It's not going nowhere, and that's how you mount the Livescanner. So now I'm going to show you how to wire it up, and it'll be once we get it wired up, then we'll mount our transducer onto it, and we're good to go. All right, all we got to do is get powered up, hook our remote up, we're good to go. So take this off. doesn't take long at all to install this thing. Probably, if you know, maybe your first time, you know, you might have to get your electrical stuff and all that ready, but you know, it's about a 15-minute job. It is free anyway because I've installed a few of them, so hopefully get this thing in here, get it wired. So what I've done, I've taken my valve panel off. I've got my foot pedal moved over here. So what I'm going to do, we'll fix the cord down the trolling motor and stuff with the other one. But what we have to do is we got to feed this through. Get that in there. So I've got my wiring fed through my valve panel. Okay. And then what I'm going to do, here's a remote control module. All you got to do, you want to make sure you click it in, and you want to make sure you know you've already fed your line through. You can just throw that in there. I've got a fuse block, a marine fuse block, and it's a heavy duty one that has multiple places for fuses. And I've got a few that have the 7.5 amp fuse. Now, they already have the 7.5 amp fuse in here, but you can either cut that off if you want, if you've already got a 7.5 amp. I do, but I'm just going to leave this on here because the positive is a little short on the other side of that, so I'm just going to leave it. But what I do is I've got these. I have little short 16 gauge hot and negative, positive negatives already on my fuse block, and I just and then I use these little clips. They're made in Germany. Man, these things are great. I've been using them for years. If you ever have to remove stuff, so I've already got that on. That's for my negative. It's already in my fuse box. You just put that in there, push that down. So now I can take the negative of the Livescanner wire, black, go into either one of them. These things are made in Germany and I love them. I've got all my wiring like that because I'm always changing out electronics and stuff. So there's your black. Take your positive. I've got one for positive. Okay. Now, this thing is wired to the fuse block that is used for strictly the graphs. Now, I have the Livescanners into that same power, but it doesn't affect it. I've never had any kind of, when I push the Livescanner either direction or anything, I never get any electrical interference. So I'm gonna also wire this Pro model to the fuse block 7.5 fuse. So that's all there is to the wiring. So I just take and shove all that stuff in here. I've got my remote module hooked up. Go ahead and close this thing up. Okay, got it closed up. Got my wires Now what we'll do is we'll go back and secure that. We'll run it down, and then I can push it in more or less. You take the foot pedal and move it around. So now I'm going to turn the power onto the boat. All right, power's on the boat. Now, what we're going to do, show you. Transducer's not in here yet, so we're going to do that. Man, that thing's smooth. All right. I'll show you the difference in speed between the two. Let me get the true scan foot pedal over here. Now I have had some comments of people asking how do they secure this down to the deck, because it doesn't look like there's any mounting bolts or anything. But here in North Carolina, I'm not running any Great Lakes, and most of those comments are from the northern fishermen that's running the Great Lakes. I told them Velcro. I don't think it would go anywhere. I mean, if you were to mount Velcro, there's a spot here for the Velcro. Actually, you could mount your Velcro there and get it down to the deck, and it's not going to go anywhere. But let me show you. I'll turn it on full speed, the true scan. That's full speed. Okay. And then I know I don't have the transducer on there, but I believe they are pretty much identical in speed on the highest setting, or somewhere close to the highest setting. So like I said, you don't get this adjustable speed. You don't get, you know, any of that. You just get a base foot pedal. It's just as good as this foot pedal. It just doesn't have the variable speed, and I think that's going to be good. And we'll make a new video showing these things in operation when we get out on the water. I'm hoping to get out on the water tomorrow. Please subscribe, hit the like button, make comments. I try to answer them all. It might take me a couple days. I get a lot of comments on the Livescanner, and sometimes it takes a while to get back with people. I do work a full-time job, so if you leave a comment, I will answer that comment. Hit the like button, notification bell, turn that on. When I post a new video, you'll get a notification. So we're gonna mount the transducer, and we will see what it looks like out on the water.